Hello everyone and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program. So we got a guy stuck in space right now. We gotta save him. And I've put a little bit of thought into it, and that ship is, let's go back. Let's go to the tracking menu. Let's show you my thought process here. I don't know if we can actually save this guy. I mean, we can save him. I don't know if we can save the ship though. That is my concern. So look at this thing. We can dock on here if we wanted to. And we could probably, we could get into the Earth's atmosphere, but the problem is I can't detach this part of the ship here. So I would have to try to parachute this entire thing down. I don't know if that's possible. I'm sure it's possible, but I don't know if I can do it personally. These not decouplers, what do you call them? These docking ports may just fling apart. I don't know how strong they are. So I'm going to come into space and I'm going to see if I can just save this guy. I'm going to save Enming Kerbin, but not the ship. So I don't know how much science we got from the ship. Actually, we may not have gotten any science from the ship, so that's probably just fine. But no, we're going to go back to the space center and we're going to fly a ship up here and rescue him. And then hopefully maybe we can actually land on the I'm just thinking about this just now, maybe on the Arctic. Do some science over there. So let me load just like a random one of the simpler ships. I think Minmus Landing may have been somewhat simple. Let me see. Yeah, I think we can take this guy up and just make a few adjustments here. This thing is not a lander anymore. Actually, you know what? Let's just treat it the same. Let's get rid of that. I don't think we need a whole bunch of electricity. Let's just stick another as I click off screen like a moron. I hate it when this happens. Can you... You're killing me. Thank you. Alright, let's put a command pod like right on there. And we'll just do that. And then we'll just make sure there's only one guy in there. Who's in there? Not Jebediah. Anyone but you. Let's put Bob in there. You can go rescue the guy that you left stranded before. You know what? Let's go ahead and call that good. I'm just going to go ahead and call that good real quick. Let's not name it. We're not going to save it. We're just going to... This is a one-time dealio. Okay, this is why I save the ships, though, usually, so you can come back and use them again later. So where are you, sir? You're on a weird kind of thing. We don't need to dock. We just need to get close to it, and he can fly over. He's got his RCS jetpack thing. I think this is actually fine. He's behind us. I don't know. I'm just winging it, really. Now, I don't at all remember how this ship works and what needs to break off and when, so I'm winging it right now. I'm completely winging this whole entire experience right now. Look, it's the moon. All right. This is going to end in a catastrophe, I just know it. And actually... Hold on, no. Hold on, we need to go back. We need to go back! No, I don't feel safe with this. I'm putting thought into it. We need to strut connect this thing. Let's strut connect you. Let's just make sure that that is not going anywhere. Just to make me actually... Is that gonna block the entrance? I don't know. We're gonna try that again. Something like that. Yeah, we'll do that. I'm gonna test to make sure you can actually get out of the ship before I launch too. And also, let's go and put more parachutes on the top. Let's try to keep the movement downward as opposed to upward. If that I don't know if I'm making any sense at all. Let's stick a gigantic parachute on there. I don't know how these things work, so how these big ones work. I'm pretty sure they open at a higher altitude, which may or may not be a problem. I don't know. I don't really know how all of that works. But I've got strut connectors, so it doesn't matter. Alright, now let's blast off. I've got Jebediah in the pit. No. 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 Like a million redos here. Let's get Bob in there. I'm not flying with Jebediah. He's a moron. I can't stand Jebediah. Why do they keep putting him in there? I don't get that mechanic right now. It doesn't make sense for me. It doesn't make sense for me. Which cockpit are you in? I have no idea. I was gonna test to see if he could get out. You know what? It doesn't matter if he can get out or not. As long as the other guy can get in, I think we're fine. I just kind of messed up the camera. Let me see if I can. I think I got it back to normal for the most. I don't know. We'll figure it out. All right, we're gonna have to cut thrust here in a second. Actually, no, we're not. We're not gonna have to cut thrust here in a second. It's a few seconds. So it's a little bit from now. It's nighttime. I don't like that. I usually like to be able to see what I'm doing. Okay. This thing is a beast. I feel like I can't see half the ship. Let me look down here. There we go. Yeah, now we got a better view. Kind of. I don't know. I messed up the camera when we started, and now I'm throwing everything off. I really hope there aren't any on-the-fly adjustments I have to make with this ship, because I do not at all remember how I had it set up before. I just hope that when I decouple things, it decouples the right things. It's kind of what I have to do. Like when I decouple these, I really hope that this is what it's decoupling. Actually, I can check, can't I? Yes, I can! Look at that! Excellent. I should be steering my orbit. And actually, I should have slowed my acceleration at one point, but I didn't. It's too late now. Actually, should I be steering it south? Or no? I think I'm supposed to be steering it a little more north. Let me see what I can do here on that front. Let's point myself a little more north. I'm not going to go completely north. I'm going to have to adjust myself anyway. I just figure if we can get it to align just a little better off the start. We'll go this way. This way looks good. I think that's actually really well aligned so far. It's not perfect, but how do you expect it to be perfect? I think I'm going way overkill with the fuel as well. Another just kind of side note for you guys. I don't think you need this much fuel at all just to get into orbit and back. Alright, we're at 50,000 feet. As I click off screen again. I really hate this whole dual monitor thing with this game. There's a lot of clicking to the left, which makes you accidentally click off screen a lot. Alright, I'm glad the ship is a little lighter now, because it was trying to go horizontal. And I don't like... Oh, we're going too high. Alright, let me point myself a little more back. This way. Here we go. Yeah, I went a little too high. That's fine. Like I said, we have to adjust ourselves anyway. It doesn't matter. And we're at about 100,000 feet. I'm going to go ahead and cut my thrust here. Yeah, we definitely have a weird kind of deal going on. So anyway, I can adjust that from here. The other way. Hold on. Even if just a little bit. Help kind of point the ship in the right direction. There we go. Alright. I think that'll be good. That will certainly be good. It's actually quite the burn. I'll do it probably 45 seconds. Yeah, we'll do it about there. Okay. Okay, and hopefully it starts to rotate back. It's still not perfect. Let's see if I can actually adjust it myself a little bit to make it a little better. Yeah, I only should have gone a little bit more to the north instead of a whole bunch. Alright. Periapsis is almost 100,000 feet. Good! That is excellent. Let's set this sky as our target. We'll go around to the other side. We're really straight, but let's get it just a little more straight. Don't want crookedness. Alright, we'll call that good. When we get around over here. Oh no, it's not letting me warp faster than 50 times. Because I'm low. That's a problem for me. I don't like that. Alright, let me find my blue marker. Where are we on in terms of... Alright, we're actually out of fuel on that. Alright, so we got our lander rockets left. That's more than enough, I'm sure. And it also needs to be enough to get me to the Arctic. Or just wherever. There's also the sand dunes, I believe, is another biome I could go with. Let's start up our engines here. There we go. Yeah, I believe there's like a desert or something if I look around. It's dark, but I think it's right here. There's a desert. Which I'm sure would be pretty good for science. No, I'm going to try to go for the Arctic, though. I find it more interesting. I think I burned a little early. We'll slow down our thrust. Not that it really matters that much. The orbit will adjust itself as we try to get ourselves closer to Minmus. That is looking pretty good already. I'm gonna go ahead and call it there. Alright. Alright, it has all kinds of negative, positive node numbers, whatever. I don't care. It's good enough. We need to expand our orbit now. Get ourselves even remotely close to it. Because we've got ourselves quite the tiny orbit. Problem is what that is. It's a problem. Alright. So, while I'm doing this, I'm going to explain what I want to do next. I'm thinking about going to Eve. Actually, if I zoom out, can I find Eve? Eve, I'm pretty sure, is on the inside. No, that's Gilly. Where's Eve? I thought Eve was... Really? Oh, there it is. Yeah, okay, Eve. Why did it say Gilly? Probably a moon around Eve. I don't know. I want to go to Eve next. It looks like it's closest. Plus, it looks the coolest, I think I would say. It looks really cool. It has like water and stuff. So I just figure Eve would be a good option next. It's actually a planet, not a moon, which was way more interesting. This thing is not going very fast here. Can we speed things up? Burning through all my fuel just to get this apoapsis higher. So anyway, yeah, I want to go to Eve. We've got a ton of science left over from like 2 missions ago that we can spend. I have like 500, I think, close to, that I can spend on trying to get to Eve. I'm going to need a lot of fuel, so those big rocket tanks and things like that I'm sure I'll be using. I'll just be going for an orbit, not a landing, as I usually do. I'll do an orbit and then a landing later. And I can imagine Eve will garner some pretty big science points. This thing is going so slowly. Why? It's this tiny thruster I have. Any goo? Any goo? 1.9. How about the log temperature 8 science. I'll take it. Sure, the materials bay. Anything cool here? 25 science. Microgravity has greatly affected the growth of crystalline, crystalline structures. Loose objects also flying around the bay in a very messy but fascinating way. Excellent. That's science, dude. That's a ton of science. I like that. We're actually starting to get somewhere with our orbit. It's a good thing this thing is incredibly fuel efficient. It's slow, but it's fuel efficient. It's good. It's good news. Alright, I'm going to go and call it here in a second. I want to be slightly lower than it. Oh. Alright, it's starting to give me weird nodes and crap. I want to expand the other side of my orbit too, which I'm sure will take forever as well, unfortunately. Need to be at least somewhat circularized, similar to the other orbit. This one shouldn't take quite as long, but it'll still take a long time. Are these nodes getting better or worse? I don't know. They're moving. That makes me uncomfortable. They're both staying at 02. Oh, nope, they're getting worse. Excellent. That is just awesome. Should I be moving more north or south? I should be moving more north. Well, let me de-thrust here for a second and figure out which way north is. That's south, I believe. Alright. I believe if we go just a little bit farther down. Yeah, it's starting to move back. Okay. Just trying to keep it as much normal as possible. How much fuel do we have left? We're almost down to half a tank. That is bad news. That is bad news bears for me. Although, when I cut these tanks, the weight will drop significantly, and that'll, I'm sure, help quite a bit. These are actually, hold on. Should I actually continue to... Yeah, I will. I was just thinking, I mean, these... We're about to get right up next to it. I'm wondering if, like, right now I should start braking, but no, I'm gonna... Actually, okay, these ones are incredibly close. I'm gonna speed up to these guys over here. They're still really far away, but they are very, very close. I'm going to go to my target cam here. I'm gonna probably slow down. I think I'm going faster than it. There we go. We're starting to get these intersections getting a little closer to each other. Our orbits are becoming very similar. And whoop. This is getting very close. Down to 20 kilometers. Down to 9. Oh, and it's starting to go back up. Okay. Let's move all the way up over there. Yeah, these are very close. Can I see it from here? Alright, I want to get a little closer. I don't want to send my Kerbal guy all the way across the map there. Alright, do I want to blast off toward it this time, or... I don't actually know the protocol on that one. I think I'm going to try to slow myself down again. Let me continue to do that and get this separation a little lower. As much as possible here. Alright, hold on. This... Okay, we're getting some very close encounters here. I'm going to make myself the exact same speed. Actually, this intersection... Yeah, we'll go for this intersection over here. Which is getting awfully close. Alright, we'll go for this one. We'll loop all the way around until we get over there. We have a very, very similar orbit right now. At this point I can blast off toward it and decrease my distance significantly. I'll do one more round. I'll shoot toward it here. I'll shoot toward it and then slow myself down, and hopefully we'll be pretty close. Getting very close indeed here. Alright, speed myself up again. And neutralize my speed. Our fuel is fine. Alright. Docking can use up quite a bit of fuel. I want to be going pretty much the exact same speed as it right now. Okay. That looks really, really good. Let's go around... Actually, hold on. How close are we? We still can't see it. Alright, once again I'm going to blast off to where... Actually, should I go around one more time to the other side? I may need to do that. That may be a better idea. Let's go ahead and do that. Try to get ourselves as close as possible. Alright, and... blast off in its general direction. Which is actually creating more distance. Nah, here we go. Okay, separation is going down. Very slowly, but it is. It's going down. I'm just wondering what would happen if I actually went around one more time. That would actually be a bad thing, I think. Let's go ahead. That would start to mess things up. Get as close to it as we can. It's a very tedious process. That's for sure. Slow ourselves down. Now these separations right now, I need to get them incredibly close to each other. Hopefully I can get these down to like below 1. Let me just adjust my angle here. Okay. I actually need to go. Hold on, where is it over here? I am going, it keeps moving the, okay. You know what, this is fine. Let's go around. Let's go all the way around till we get back over here. We're going to be very close now. Should be able to see it. Still can't see it. That's interesting, actually. Alright, well, let's blast off in its general direction. Unless maybe, actually, it would be better... Let's try to neutralize our speed again. Let's see what I can do there. I want to zero out the speed. 0.8 kilometers. I don't know if that's what we want. That actually just increased it. How did that increase it? That's not good. We don't want that. Alright, let me shoot toward it. There we go. Okay, get this down. This is at 0.2. What does it say now? Still at 0.2. I can't read it because of the stupid nodes on top of it. Okay. Here we go. Where is it? It's all the way out there. I should be coming in very, very close to it. Okay. Now we can start doing things from a more visual perspective. I need to actually slow myself down. Shit. I might go right past it here. That would be bad. That would be very bad. Okay. Now I'm kind of aimed next to it. That's a bad thing. Let's get up. I just want to get a little closer. Like I said, I'm not docking. I just want to get next to it, so that my Kerbal guy doesn't end up lost in space. And God knows where. Okay. Okay. You know what? I think that's fine. Let's go ahead and take control of that other ship. Switch to. Okay. I think that'll actually be just fine. Let's do an EVA. Actually, am I supposed to be able to take stuff with me? Review report. Keep data. Okay, let's EVA. Take data. Yes. All items collected. Let's get the hell out of here. Screw that ship. That's not our ship anymore. It's a stupid ship. We don't like that. Is it the top one or the bottom one? I don't know. Whoa! What happened to you there, sir? Let's make sure that never happens again. That's what we need to do. Come on, you can grab onto that. You can hey, come on, really? You can grab onto that. There we go. Okay, now we got two guys in here. Marvelous. We don't need that information. Let's see. Oh, it's not set as our target anymore. Good. Why is the line a light blue then? It's not normally a light blue, I don't think. It's normally a normal blue. I think it's just light blue because it's got the other line on top of it. I don't know. Let's add a maneuver here. You know what? Maybe I don't want to go for the Arctic today. This ended up taking longer than I thought it would. You know what? One day I'm going to go for the Arctic, but I feel like that would be a bag of worms. So I'm not going to right now. We're just gonna, you know what? Screw that. We're just gonna head on back and try to get there safely. Which actually, now that I think about it, this is worth an autosave, I think. I think this is definitely worth a quick save, not an autosave. Oh, can't, hold on. We gotta stop the acceleration, excuse me. Quick save. Now, thrust. Good. Goodbye, stupid ship. What's that? Is that the moon? That's probably the moon, or Minmus. No, I think it's the moon. Is it? I don't know. What is it? That guy right there. Now, Minmus is right between me and the sun. If I look at the sun, no, I can't see Minmus. Actually, I can. There's a tiny little dot there. That's either another planet or it's Minmus. I would have imagined Minmus to be a little bigger from this distance, but there is a very tiny dot. Even in high definition, you guys won't be able to see that. There's no way. There's no way. It's tiny. I have a huge monitor, so I mean it's not huge, but it's sizable. and you guys will be seeing it in a very low quality by comparison to what I see it in. Okay. Get down there. Look at this crater, by the way. This is a pretty cool crater. I'm sure there's some science to be gotten in there. Maybe. I really don't know. I'm sure that's its own biome. Maybe. That little island there in the middle. That would be cool. Get some asteroid science. That's what killed off the dino Kerbal. That was a terrible joke. Let's just land on this thing. Okay. We're definitely going to need to terminate this thing when we get back. Okay, it looks like we might be landing in some mountains. That could be problematic. Could be. I'm going to go ahead and do another quick save right here. I just want to make sure that if this thing like flings apart and this whole mission was a failure, I can do it again. Is this thing done? Those are definitely done. Let's get rid of those. Goodbye. They're really on a mission. Look at them. They're moving pretty fast. Can I slow myself down to the point that we don't land on the mountains? I do not think we can. If anything, it's going to enforce the fact that they land on the mountains. I was hoping for like a nice plain or something. Like this land right here would be perfect. That's not what I get though. I got a ton of fuel. That's why I'm thrusting so much right now, to slow myself down. Just because the what do you call it? The wind resistance will slow me down a lot. But I have so much fuel right now that between now and the time I land, there is no physical way I could use it all. Let me deploy my parachute. Did I seriously I just detached. I just detached. Just parachutes, please. It's fine. We don't need that. Screw that. I didn't want it anyway. That's fine. So I think this parachute on top will deploy it way before the other ones, which I don't know if that's a concern or not, but I think it's at like 2,500 feet, maybe. I may be getting that wrong. Whereas the other ones are at 500, which I tested myself. Let's go ahead and deploy our landing gear. Is it G? Yes, it's G. Excellent. Good, I'm remembering my controls. And the lights for some reason. I don't know why we want those, but we do. Alright, do we have a crew report from everyone? A great view of the Highlands, marvelous. Crew report, great view of the Highlands, okay. That's fine. We don't need a crew report anyway. Who needs that nonsense? I'm actually going to go on warp time ×2 until we get down there. Because I know the parachutes aren't going to... We're doing physical warp, which can be dangerous, but I'm pretty sure if I put it myself on normal speed, by the time the parachute deploys, we'll be just fine. And I'm like 99% sure it's at 2,500 feet, so Hey, we didn't land in the mountains. I'm going to put myself on normal time now, just in case. No, we didn't land on the mountains, look at that. The mountains may have actually gotten me some science over there, but I don't care. Or is it these mountains? I don't know. Now, we're far from the mountains. It must be those ones over there. It must be. Oh, look at this. This parachute's already deployed. It nailed it all by itself, and all these other parachutes are just here for no reason. I was wrong about the 2,500 feet thing. It must have been 3,000. Well, I'll once again warp time until we get down there just because it's so slow. Oh, and those ones deployed earlier than I thought too. Interesting. I'm pretty sure those were only supposed to deploy at 500 feet. I might just be completely full of shit though. I really thought so. I'm going to look it up. When we get back and I recover this guy, I'm going to look it up. That is for damn sure. Alright. Let's prevent myself from having a terrible landing here. Nailed it. Awesome. Recover. Recover, recover, recover. We got 47 science for that mission, even though it wasn't a science-related mission. Priority A. Terminate that other thing. You. No, I didn't want to control you. I literally can't control you right now. I have no control over you. Why would I want to control you? Let's try that again. We're going to try this failure of a ship. Terminate. Will destroy the vessel, killing all crew in it. Are you sure you wish to continue? There are no crews in it. I can terminate my flag. Let's terminate some flags. No, I'm not going to terminate my flags. What would that do? Self-destruct the flag. Did we put C4 in the flag? I sure hope not. I'm going to check out these parachutes. This parachute opens at 2,500 feet. I was right. And this one is at 500. Wait, no. Yes, 500. This one. So why did they deploy early? It must have been the speed thing. I'd slowed the ship down enough that, I don't know. I'm really just guessing at this point. Alright, I'm going to leave off this part here. Next time when we come back, I am going to Eve. Which, let's get another look at Eve here. Let me zoom out a whole bunch. Eve, the purple one. Wait, can I zoom in and look at it? No, I can't. That's unfortunate. It does have a moon, though, which I'll probably do at some point. Gilly, which kind of has an interesting orbit. We'll do Gilly at some point, too. I'll see you guys next time.